Hey guys, Jenna here. Welcome to my channel where I take you on tours of unique and tiny homes. I've been doing this for a long time, and one of the most common questions that I get on my website or in the YouTube comments is, why can't I just turn my backyard shed into a tiny home? Well, I finally found the perfect video answer to that question. In today's tiny tour, we're gonna meet a family who converted their backyard shed into a gorgeous tiny home that they now live in full time. And hey guys, if you like these kind of videos, please make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you know every time I publish a new video. But right now, let's jump right in and meet the family who converted their backyard shed into a tiny home.
Will you join me? Will you roll? Make this house our tiny home.
Hi, I'm Katie.
And I'm Michael.
And this is our tiny house.
Before we lived in the tiny house, we actually were renting, but we just wanted something that was ours. This building was already here. It was a storage shed. We ended up cleaning everything out, and it was a blank slate. I've had a little building construction history behind me, but far as actually building something that's structurally livable, this is my first. We did about probably 90% of the work. We did have a little assistance with a local contractor that came in and put up the interior walls once the framing was already done. We're both on the same page when it comes to reclaiming stuff and using the material that we have on hand.
We decided to take the walls off an old barn out in the pasture and actually use it as our ceiling. There's also an old beam that was in the pasture, and we used that in the kitchen to make it a vaulted ceiling.
Since we already had the structure, just the building itself and the interior stuff cost us around $16,000.
It took us 9 months from start to finish. We are about to start remodeling our forever home. It's about 50 feet away from the tiny house. And once we're in the big house, we plan to put the tiny house on Airbnb.
It was an investment that ultimately it could be a sustainable income for our future. I did go ahead and pay to have a full septic system put in, but it also ties into our big house. So it was kind of one of those deals. I'll just go ahead and have it done. That way when we get started and have that house done, that's one less thing that we have to worry about. I grew up in the agricultural industry, so that's kind of how we got started around here with the chickens and the pigs and the cows. I think it's a big importance to instill that into our girls, for them to realize how people get their food and where it actually comes from. It's not really truly from a grocery store. It's a lifestyle that we both really enjoy, and there's a lot of life lessons that can be learned being out on the farm.
But this is honestly like the life. You live in a tiny house, but we have all this land. You know, the girls can go outside and play, and I really enjoy it. I think we hit the jackpot on our location and where we're at.
We added this extra porch on just to give us a little bit more space. We like to be outside, so it gives us a little extra room to be outside, and it also is enclosed with this railing around it. We got this little gate to help control our little one so she don't just take off running. So this is the porch. Most of our storage for our shoes we leave outside. We added a screen door, incorporate the inside to the outside. Up here on the ceiling, we salvaged all this old tin from some of the barns around here. We attached it up there to the top for decorative purposes. The front door was actually on the back side of the building. We reframed the front door on this side so we could have more of a view of the road and also of the driveway. We do have these Christmas lights up around the front of the house. We put them up there around Christmas, but the wife liked them so much she wants to leave them up there full time. So we usually turn the lights on at night and the whole front of the house is lit up. We did have to add this extra window. There was no windows on this side of the house, so we cut it out and we put in an extra window that's in front of the sink. You can kind of look out into the pasture, watch the cows come up. One thing that we did have to kind of worry about was our hot water heater. What we ended up doing is we ended up using a propane hot water heater that was actually in my grandparents' house, and I built this little building right here. It's not quite finished 100%, but for right now it serves its purpose, and that's how we get our hot water. On this side, the windows were existing here, but they were single pane, so we did go ahead and replace those with the double pane insulated windows, and the wife really wanted the black ones, so we got the black ones. This is our mini split. This is what heats and cools our house. I talked to the guy that installed it, and he definitely recommended these units, and they're becoming really popular in all structures, not just the tiny houses.
All right, y'all, let's take a look at the inside. This is our pantry. We keep our canned goods and snacks in there, and we have a full-size fridge. We knew being in a tiny house it would be small, but we configured it out to where we knew where things would go, so we knew that a full-size fridge would fit. And over here we have a full-size sink. We knew we weren't gonna have a dishwasher in here, so we wanted a bigger sink. We give our youngest one a bath in here sometimes, so it washes dishes, washes booty, so that works too. And we actually put this shelf up. It's custom made as well, so that's where our plates go. We did butcher block countertops in here. I thought it looked good because it was, you know, a farmhouse theme. And our full-size microwave and stove. This is a junk drawer. Everybody needs a junk drawer. Up here is our ceiling. We did old barnwood from the barns out in the pasture. We took it down and we sanded it down and put it back up, and we put a clear coat on it. We did flush mount lights over here and a ceiling fan. This floor was original in the shed. We just sanded it down and put a nice clear coat on there. This is our couch. This is a bed and a couch. This is where our oldest one sleeps. We pull it down, we put a sheet on there, and so it turns into a bed. This is our kitchen table. So it was custom made, and we flip it up and we pull that. And this is where we eat dinner. This is where my oldest, she does crafts over here. So it's perfect for the tiny house. That's where their toys are at, is in there. And we like to watch TV in here. And this is our bedroom. This curtain acts like a door for us. So this is our bedroom. We sleep on a full-size bed. It's honestly not that bad sleeping on a full-size bed. We downsized from a king, so we were a little nervous, but it's honestly not bad at all. We have a full-size dresser in here, so it's a pretty good-sized bedroom for a tiny house. My husband made this hanging storage. We utilize it for backpacks and hats and jackets. Off of the bedroom is our bathroom. We actually have a decent-sized bathroom for our tiny house. When we started remodeling the shed, I really wanted a big shower in here, and I think we have a good-sized shower for the tiny house. This is our closet. We have towels, my section, my daughter's, that's for dirty clothes, and then we put a clothes rack right here and then a shoe rack down here. We don't have a washer and dryer in here, but we do have a washer and dryer in our shop over there. A stackable washer and dryer could fit right there, but since we had the shop, we thought it'd be easier to save more space and, you know, have a clothing rack and where our shoes go. So yeah, that's our closet. When we first told people that we were gonna move tiny, they were like, what are you gonna do? There's no way that 4 people can live in a tiny house, but we did it.
Don't worry about what other people think. Just go ahead and live your life however you want to live it. Yeah, I mean, don't be scared. If it's something you want to do, just go for it. This is an awesome experience for us, and we're totally happy with it.
Yep.
Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon with another tiny or unique home tour.